I'm back with a new video. This one's called 3 Horses, 2 Questions, and 1 Chinese Character. Let's start off with the multiple choice question. About 300 years ago, the Chinese Emperor Kangxi ordered that the definitive Chinese character dictionary be compiled. How many different Chinese characters do you think it contained? If you chose, congratulations, you got it right. 8,126 is a guesstimate as to the number of characters that the average Chinese person can easily recognize. You need just over 3,000 to be able to read a Chinese newspaper. In 1716, that's a year, not a number. The year that the Chinese Character Dictionary was first published. Now, if this sounds like a lot, don't worry, because in this video we're only going to be talking about 1. But which character? I thought a lot about it. I wanted to do something timely, something that had a positive association to it, something not too difficult to write. And I came up with, what did I come up with? Thanks for the hint. That's Mr. Ed, the talking horse, of course. Mr. Ed will be making an appearance in my second video. But for now, let's get down to business. Let's take a quick look at how this pictogram evolved over the past 3,000 years. The photos below show the how, when, where, and why. The first attempts to draw a horse might look pretty primitive, but then you have to consider that these were actually chiseled into tortoise shells or ox scapula. Ouch. The bones were then heated until they cracked. The cracks or lines which fell over the drawings were then used to tell fortunes. This is why the first script is called the Oracle Bone Script. Hundreds of years later, a simpler way of reproducing the images became popular. They were cast, not cut, onto bronze ceremonial utensils. This was called the Great Seal Script. Now, if the head of the horse looks disproportionately large, this was probably done to highlight the animal's elegance. Now, it looks to me as if the head is tilted at about the same angle as our friend Mr. Ed here. It wasn't until the Qing dynasty that the small seal script came into use. Seals were used for official and decorative purposes. But as the Chinese state grew and prospered, an even simpler and faster system became necessary. Hundreds of clerks were employed to circulate information throughout the empire. So this style became known as the clerical script. You can see how the legs of the animal get reduced to 4 small dots and how the character becomes increasingly angular. Although the script is over 2,000 years old, it's not all that different from traditional characters in use in southern China, Taiwan, or Singapore. Question number 2. In which year in mainland China did the latest simplification of Chinese characters come into effect? If you chose C, 2 points for you. This was done by Chairman Mao 1 year after coming to power. He made the decision to help millions of poor people in the countryside learn to read and write. If you buy a newspaper in most large cities of mainland China, chances are you'll read it in simplified characters. It's just a 3-stroke character. Let's try drawing it ourselves. The first stroke is called a corner stroke, from left to right and up to down. From within inside that corner, you're going to try another stroke called a hook. Move to the outside of the corner stroke, down, and come up with a hook that rises. The third and final stroke is just a horizontal line that moves in towards the hook. And there you have it.